Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time, I know, but I am back and have another video for you guys. So today I'm showing you guys how I create this flawless face routine right here. I've been doing this routine for the last few weeks, maybe a month or so, and I just love the way it turns out. I feel like my skin looks so flawless. It lasts all day. I'm super happy with the way that my makeup turns out every time I do these steps. So I figured it'd be really fun to hop on here and show you guys those steps and see if it's something that works well for you guys as well. So go ahead and keep watching to see the routine. Okay, so I already did my eye makeup off camera, so I just did a very neutral bronze eye. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my face makeup. So this routine I've been doing for a couple weeks now, and I just feel like it makes my base look so flawless. And it just looks so much smoother. I feel like it lasts a long time. It holds up really well. So I've been a huge fan of the way that I've been doing this, so I figured I would share it with you guys. So before all of this, I had already done my skincare routine, which I think is a part of what makes this look so flawless, is I just did, like I did the whole routine. I've been trying to keep up with my skincare routine and really be on top of it. So I mean, a good skincare routine definitely makes a good base, I feel like, as well. So if you guys are interested in my skincare routine, that's definitely something I can share with you guys in another video. Just let me know in the comments down below and I can definitely do that for you. That's definitely something I've been thinking about, especially since I finally found a skincare routine that works so well for me. So I will probably be doing a video and share that with you guys at some point. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I just start with a primer. So recently I've been using this primer from Benefit. It's the Fessional Pore Primer. I really like this one because it's very like blurring. So I'll just get a little bit of that and then just rub it all over. I really focus on areas where I feel like I have more texture. So right here on my nose, I feel like I get more texture. And then on my chin, but I do put it all over. And just really rub that in. So what I do next is I actually go in and set my primer with some setting powder. I've been using this one by Ciate London, and this is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. And I love this powder because it, one, just smells so good. And it smells like literally like a vacation, I feel like. Another thing is it just works really well, so I've been a big fan of it. So I go ahead and just take that on my brush. And I really just pat that all over my skin just to set that primer in a little bit more. You don't want to leave any like leftover powder, so really just make sure you brush away any excess powder as well. I think this like setting the primer, I think was like something going on TikTok. People were setting their moisturizer, not their primer. But then I figured I would try it with primer. I actually have not tried it with moisturizer, but I wanted to try it, so it's been working really, really well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer. Now I'm not doing a ton, I'm just doing a little bit to lighten up underneath my eyes, actually before I put my foundation. So I'm gonna be using the Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. And I have been obsessed with this concealer. I don't know what it is, but I am like in love with it. I feel like it works so well. So I'm just gonna put just like 3 little dots right underneath my eye, and then I'll go ahead and just blend that out. Okay, so I know this all looks like a little crazy right now, especially because I feel like I look super pale, mostly because of the powder, but I feel like it just comes together so well. I have, like I said, I've been doing this pretty much every time I do my makeup for the last few weeks for sure, but I feel like more like a month or so. So now I'm gonna go in with my foundation. So I am using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. You guys know this is like one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of that on my beauty blender. This actually isn't a beauty blender. This one's by e.l.f. and I really like this makeup sponge too. I guess that's more of what it is a makeup sponge, but it has just been working really well. So I'm just gonna spot that all over and then start blending out that foundation. So I know it's been a very long time since I have been on here. I have been wanting to get back to doing videos, but I was actually doing them for a while, but I just got away from it. But I decided I really wanted to get back to it. I just really enjoy making videos. Now, I feel like I tell you guys all the time that I'm going to be posting more often, and I'm not going to tell you that because honestly, I don't know. I would like to post more often, but I can't make any promises right now. We'll see what happens. But definitely make sure that you're subscribed so that way when I do post, you guys know so you can watch my videos. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more here. There's a little more than I planned, but I feel like I haven't been doing my makeup as much recently either because, you know, we're in quarantine, so I'm not really going anywhere. So I probably didn't do my makeup for like 3 weeks, and then I started finally doing it like a month ago. And I don't do it every day, but I try to do it on the weekends because I just enjoy it. And it has been helping me. So I feel like if you're like in quarantine and you're kind of going crazy, find something that you truly enjoy doing and just do that. It kind of gets your mind off things and makes you feel better to do something that you enjoy. So for me, that's makeup, and I am glad that I finally started doing my makeup again. Okay, so now that I have my foundation on, I'm gonna go back in with my concealer. So I'm going in with that Pat McGrath concealer again, and I'm gonna apply a little bit more than I did before. And I've actually been kind of putting it on the sides of my nose too. Not a ton, just like a little line. And I feel like that's been helping to like sculpt my nose a little bit too, which I am really into. But I don't want too much because I don't want it to like blend out my nose completely. And then I just put concealer all the places that I normally put concealer. So I often put it right here like on the Cupid's bow and then on my chin. And I feel like it really defines the Cupid's bow a little bit more, which I really like. Especially once I put a lip on, I just feel like it looks really good. So I'm gonna blend out underneath my eyes, and then as far as on the nose, I kind of just take it and really go right along my nose right here. So it blends out a little bit, but you can see it doesn't have like that harsh line or anything like that. And it's because I didn't really use that much, so it's not caked on there. And then I blend that down quite a bit. I still keep the focus of it obviously right here under my eye, but then I blend that out. All right, next what I've been doing is I've actually been going in with another concealer, which this seems like a lot. As I'm doing it and talking through it, it seems like a lot of steps and a lot of product on my face, but it really doesn't feel like it when I'm like out, I feel like. So I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. And this one actually I was really surprised by. This is medium sand. I thought it would be a lot darker, but it's really light. So I actually can't use too much, but it works perfect for this because I just want a little bit more brightness underneath my eye. So, and the other thing with this, I noticed like you want to apply it and then immediately blend it out because it dries down really quickly. So like don't put it under both eyes at the same time because then the second eye I feel like is a lot harder to blend out. So I'm just gonna do one at a time. But I just kind of put it kind of right, like a dot right underneath my eye there. And then like a second one there. I really am not using a lot. It's mostly to brighten. And any type of like dark circles under your eyes or anything like that, I feel like it makes a really big difference. You can see this just looks a little bit brighter. Okay, so now that I have that all blended, next I go in with my setting powder. And I go in with a pretty thick layer and just put that right underneath my eye here and start setting in that under eye concealer. But I do want to leave a little bit of powder. I'm going to let that sit there and bake for a second. So I get all in the crease and I kind of go back and forth as well so it really fills in any type of lines that there might be. And then the other thing I've been doing is I take that powder and I kind of draw it right along the side of my nose. to sculpt it out a little bit there, so you can see that line right there along both sides. So rather than going in with my bronzer, which I know a lot of people go in with bronzer to really sculpt out their nose, but I feel like having it, I don't know, I've really been into the way it looks lighter, so you'll see how it looks at the end. So I'm actually just gonna let this sit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually work on my bronzer right now. So I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, and I just take a big brush and I actually mix all 4 of these shades here, and I just start kind of bronzing like normal. And these steps might not be like groundbreaking or anything like that. I'm sure other people do their makeup like this too. But I just feel like the combination has really helped me. I've really been into the way it looks, so just figured I would share that with you guys. Okay, and then once your bronzer is done, I actually go back in with setting powder. I feel like I use a ton of setting powder, but like I said, it works out in the end. So then I just kind of carve that line out. I go from like the corner of my mouth right here to where like my ear starts, the curve of my ear on both sides. And then I usually do put a little bit of right here in the middle of my forehead, but that's just because I feel like I don't know, I notice that it might crease a little bit more, so I try to set the forehead really well as well. So now I'm just letting this sit, which it looks crazy, but it's okay, I promise. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some blush while I'm letting this all sit there. And I am using the Tarte blush, and this is in the shade Party, which I just feel like it's really pretty. I really was into the way this would look. I felt like it was neutral too, so it would look good with like the bronze eye. So hopefully it does, we'll see. And I've also been applying my blush a little higher. So rather than going right here on the rounds of my cheek, I kind of go just a little higher and then kind of take it up. And then I usually apply just a little bit on the tip of my nose too. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and brush away the powder that's underneath my eyes, but I'm still gonna leave this I'm gonna do this part last, the part along my jaw. So I just kind of tap that powder in and brush it away as I go. But I don't want that to mess up my foundation by just brushing it away. So kind of pat and then move it out of the way. And when I brush away under my eyes, I really try to get that right underneath my eyes, so it really still gets into any types of creases there might be and really blurs those. And then I'll just do my forehead. Usually when I pat away the forehead, I kind of gently tap it over my brows too. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to mess up the brows that you already did, but just kind of set those a little bit more. And then now I'll just go ahead and remove the powder on my face there. And then if you need to touch up any blush, 'cause sometimes I feel like that really brushes it away. Not always though, so touch up any blush if you need to. So now I'm gonna go in with my Dragon Beauty. This is the Dragon Heart Transformation Face Powder. And I am going in with the yellow shade. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but I'm gonna go with the yellow shade and just take a little bit. You don't want too much. And I just pat that right underneath my eye to brighten it up a little bit. And usually I kind of do it kind of like a triangle, like the way you would put your concealer. So along the edge of my nose a little bit, and then I'll do just a little bit in the center of my forehead too. Usually if I need more for my forehead, I'll go in with the pink shade, just to brighten that a little bit more. So now before I do any type of highlighter, I'm actually gonna set this, and I feel like setting it is so important just because there's so much powder on your face. I usually set twice, so I'll set now, do my highlighter, and then set a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and set. I'm gonna use this Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist, and I have really been into this. It smells so good. It's like super sweet, but the mist is like really fine. So I just apply that and then really make sure that it gets everywhere. I have this fan that I actually got from Thailand because it was so hot But I found out it's like perfect for like drying up the setting spray, and I really like it. Okay, so now I am going to apply my highlighter. So I am using the Dose of Colors. This is the Desi x Katie collaboration, and this is in the shade Fuego. This is like my favorite highlighter. I actually like hit pan on it, so I need to buy another one. I think they still sell it. I really hope so, or I'm gonna be really sad. Because my other favorite highlighter is the Amrezy highlighter, and they definitely don't sell that one. So I'm like about to need to go find a new highlighter, I guess, like a new favorite. Unless they sell this, of course. So just apply your highlighter like normal. All right, so I applied the highlighter. Now, if it's a little intense, like right here is a little intense, I'll just go in with my beauty blender and kind of just tap to blend that out a little bit. And you can do that along the sides too. It makes it like blend in a little bit more if you want it to. And then once you're done with that, you're gonna go back in with your setting spray. So I'll just go in with the same one. Usually if I want to use the all-nighter setting spray, sometimes I'll use, because that's like one of my favorite ones, especially if I need it to last a really long time. So I'll usually go in with whatever setting spray I feel like first, and then I'll use the all-nighter last, or you could use all-nighter the whole time if you want to, or whatever setting spray the whole time. I'm just gonna use the Glow Recipe one again. And I feel like once you add that setting spray, it really blends the highlighter even a little bit more too, which I'm really into. It just makes it, everything just flow really nicely, and I feel like my skin looks so good. So I'm actually gonna go and finish up my eyes real quick and pop on a lip, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. I am back, and here's the finished look. I just threw on some lashes and a lip, and like I said, it's all about the base, and I just feel like my face makeup turns out so good. It looks so smooth and just like very flawless, which I feel like I've always had a really hard time with my face routine. Like, it's worked and it's been fine, but it's never been my favorite, and I just feel like it always could have been better. And now I just really feel like this is how I want it to look. It turns out so well, and it lasts all day long. So I am such a huge fan. I think it's because of the powder, honestly. The powder makes the biggest difference. I have a few different powders that I like. This one is definitely, I think, one of my favorites, the one by Ciate London, but I also really like the Beauty Bakery one. That one is really good, as well as the Laura Mercier. Everyone loves that one as well. There's a few others that I've tried, but I think those are probably like my top face powders, and right now the Ciate London is my favorite. So this is the look, and I think it turned out so good, and I'm so happy with the way that my foundation looks. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you try it out. If you do, definitely let me know, and let me know what you think, if it worked well for you as well. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any new videos when I post them. I would love to say that I'm going to be posting once a week, but I'm going to be honest and say I don't know that I can commit to that right now. So we'll just see what happens, but I'll definitely be posting more videos much sooner rather than later. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.